Hari Om, we'll start. Now we'll look into what yoga is. So basically everyone knows what is yoga. We'll look into it again. The great grammarian Panini, he's a great Sanskrit grammarian. He has given yoga as three. Yujir yoge. What does it mean? Yuj connotes union or yoking. He speaks about the union, inayadal. So I hope everyone can understand Tamil. If in between speaking Tamil, if you don't understand, kindly message in the group. I can tell you in English. Okay, yoga is like inayadal. We always say, right? It is a union. And the second definition given by him is yuj samadha. It means concentration. Yoga's first definition is union between the Jivatma and the Paramatma, the individual soul with the universal soul. The second one is samadha, which refers to concentration. The third one is yuj samyamane, which refers to control, basically. So these are the definitions of yoga. And yoga, like it has been classified from the Vedic period, even the pre-Vedic period. Yoga, there are traces of yoga, which has been mentioned and referred everywhere. Then we have the Vedas, then we have the Upanishads, then we have the classical yoga, which is Patanjali Yoga Sutra, and we have Hatha Yoga coming after that. So mainly we are going to focus today on Hatha Yoga Pradipika. What Hatha Yoga is, and we'll speak about a Hatha Yoga Pradipika. And the other things like we look into the Sadhaka Tattva, Badhaka Tattva. Sadhaka Tattva means causes of success, and Badhaka Tattva is causes of failure. And we'll look into Yama and Niyama of Hatha Yoga Pradipika. This is somewhat different from Patanjali Yoga Sutras. Shat Kriyas, we'll look into it. What are the six? We are not look into it in deep because most of them will know. We'll look into the basic things which can be covered within the stipulated time. We'll look into the asanas and a little bit of pranayama. Here mainly we'll focus today on the personality, how you can relate yoga with your individual personality and the social well-being. We'll look into it. So mainly we'll focus on the Sadhaka Tattva, Badhaka Tattva, Yama and Niyama today. Hope that. Now we have done in small brief introduction about how yoga is, its tradition. Yoga is basically comes under a tradition that is called parampara. A guru teaches a sishya, he becomes a guru, and he teaches a sishya and henceforth. So we'll also look into some scientific aspects of how yoga transforms your body, physically, mentally, intellectually, spiritually. Yoga is multi-dimensional. So it's like basically given, how do you feel after the class? You feel blissed, you feel relaxed. How about you practicing after a few months? Probably if you have back pain, it will get reduced. Your lung capacity will be improved. Your anxiety and other things will get removed. What about after years of practice? Lower health problems, that is heart disease, lower risk of heart attacks, stronger bones, healthy weight, and so on. So this is why we practice yoga. Next slide, sir. So now we'll look into the Hatha Yoga. We know what is yoga is. Now we'll look into Hatha Yoga. And yoga is basically, it's not a religion. It is not an art. It is a multi-dimensional thing. It is a way of life. How to live. How to stay in present. It is basically, it is awareness. It deals with the different dimensions of the human personality. And basically, Hatha Yoga, everyone know, it is more physical nature and it is popular the same way, but it is also not. It also deals with other things like the chakra activation, Nadhanusandhana, which talks about the nadis. It has pranayama mudra. It has its spiritual effect as well. So body here, it is referred as a vehicle for the spirit. So in order for the spirit to be happy, we have to make our body strengthened, disease free. So these are the things. So also here the sattvic diet is mentioned. So people should follow sattvic diet, and if they wanted to follow, they should not come back like from today I'm going to stop non-veg, and from today I'm going to only greens. It's not like that. You have to do it gradually. So Hatha Yoga mainly deals with the middle path. It does not say that you should do this or you should not do this. It says you have to keep in a balance. You should not overdo. That is the principle followed in Hatha Yoga. For example, if you're able to do Surya Namaskar 5 times in the morning, 5 o'clock, tomorrow you're not well. So it says that don't get up early and try to do the Surya Namaskar. Don't stick to a rule or something like that. When you're not feeling well, obviously you have to take rest. So it follows a middle path. While in terms of eating, it says you have to eat mitahara. Mitahara is moderation of food. Don't overeat, don't eat less. And when it comes to the speech, it says you don't want to speak often, or you don't remain silent. Whenever the necessary is, you have to speak. So it follows middle path. Next slide. Now we'll look into the word Hatha. Hatha is a combination of 2 words, Ha and Ta. They are referred as Bija Mantra. There are 2 meanings of Hatha Yoga again. One is like it is also called as forceful or willful yoga. We will not be dealing much with it. We will be dealing with the second one, which is the union of the 2 Bija Mantra, Ha and Ta. Ha is basically referred to pranic energy, which is sun. It is also called as masculine. And Ta refers to the mansic energy, which is moon, the feminine energy. So it's like the Ida and Pingala. Hatha refers to the Ida and Pingala. It's like a snake, right? It is coiled up from the Muladhara till the Sahasrara. So it is coiled up. So wherever it unites, it forms a chakra. It unites here, it's an Agna chakra. It unites here, it is a Visuddhi chakra. So it helps the Sushma Nadi. So how the Kundalini is invoked from the Muladhara, it is dormant, it sleeps. We have to invoke from the Muladhara chakra, we have to take it to the Agna, then to the Sahasrara chakra. So Hatha Yoga deals with, the name itself suggests it is not physical oriented, it is for both. Then last slide we saw that it follows the middle path, neither fasting nor overeating, neither introvertness nor extrovertness, neither over adherence of the rule. Somebody will say, okay, today, this month, for example, I'll say in Tamil, Margari Masam, it comes around December and January. December and January. That period will be very cool even in Chennai. It is an auspicious month for worship, Bhakti Yoga. And people go to the temple early morning, 4 o'clock. What will happen? They will obviously get cold. Not everyone, few people, when they are old. So we have to protect ourselves. So we should not adhere to the rule simply. I used to do it when I was the age of 10. Now I am 70 or 80. I'm going to do that. No. You are different when you are 10. You will be different when you will be 20. You will be different when you will be 30. So the same body will not help you when you are at the 70. So that is what it says. Don't go by the rules fully. If you are okay, you have to. If you are not okay, you can stop it. But I'm not talking about signals, traffic signals and other things. You have to obey traffic signals. It is not like that I'm in a hurry. I want to go there immediately. I'm going to break the rule. No. I'm talking about few rules which has been written and which you will not be able to do that at this part of time. The practices also talks about the Unmani Avastha or the Manonmani Avastha. In Patanjali, we always say about the Kaivalya, it is the same state. Unmani Avastha refers to the no mind state. And the Manonmani Avastha refers to the mind without a mind state. It is somewhat higher when we talk about the Samadhi. There are different stages of Samadhi. There is one state of Samadhi where The mind exists, but the mind doesn't know the senses around it, the sense organs and other things. The mind exists as the mind, and sometimes without the mind. There is a higher thing which is called the intellect than the mind. This is a higher level of stages. So practices of Hatha Yoga will lead to Unmani Avastha and Manonmani Avastha. Next slide. Next slide, sir. And before starting into the Hatha Yoga, we have a book of Hatha Yoga Pradipika. It is also available in the ashram. They start immediately with the blessings taken from the Adinada, which is Shiva. The first sloka of Hatha Yoga Pradipika says, Sri Adinadaya Namostasmai Eno Padishta Hatha Yoga Vidya Vibraje Pranodataja Yogam. It says salutation to the Shiva who has given the knowledge of Hatha Yoga. So Hatha Yoga, who taught Hatha Yoga? I mean, who knew Hatha Yoga? It was by Adinada Shiva. Shiva is also referred as the Adi Yogi. So what does Hatha Yoga leads to? It has been clearly mentioned. Hatha Yoga leads to the Raja Yoga. Hatha Yoga is like a staircase which leads to the Raja Yoga. Everyone knows Raja Yoga, which is Patanjali Yoga Sutra. It has been mentioned as Raja Yoga. It talks about the Samadhi. It is more practical in nature. But Hatha Yoga is called theoretical application. Raja Yoga is a practical application. So even Swami Svatmarama of Hatha Yoga Pradipika has told you cannot treat Hatha Yoga and Raja Yoga as different entities. Both are linked together. So if you practice Hatha Yoga regularly, obviously Raja Yoga will happen. This is what Swami Svatmarama has told in Hatha Yoga Pradipika. So we'll look into few first sutras or slokas from the Hatha Yoga Pradipika. So he's directly in the first sloka. Swami Svatmarama is referring or worshipping Adinada, which is Shiva. Then he explains it is a staircase to Raja Yoga for higher experience. Then he goes on giving his salutations to his Guru Srinada for the attainment of Raja Yoga. Then various gurus, he says, like they knew it already, and I'm going to learn from them. Let them bless me with this Hatha Vidya. The gurus being mentioned is Adinada, which is Shiva, Matsyendra, Nada, Sabar, Ananda, Bhairava, Chaurangi, Gorakshanatha, Balisesha. So you have to understand here, it's a tradition, parampara, where Swami Svatmarama has come from. So yoga comes through parampara, through lineage. The next slide. Now the Hatha Yoga Pradipika written by Swami Svatmarama. He is a disciple of Swami Gorakshanath. It was written in the 15th century. You can very well say it as a post-classical. After the classical yoga, during the period of classical yoga, it has been written. So it has 4 chapters or 4 angas. We call it as Chaturanga Yoga. Whereas in Patanjali, we call it as Ashta Anga Yoga. Chaturanga Yoga refers to 4. Cha refers to 4. Anga refers to the limbs. Yoga. So what are the 4 limbs? It's basically asana, pranayama, mudras, bandhas, nadhanusandhana. Sometimes it is also referred as, the 4th chapter is referred as samadhi in some books. So what does he mention in the asanas? He mentioned the physical benefits. He mentioned the list of asanas, 84 lakhs of asanas are there, out of which 84 are important. He gives description of 15 asanas. The concept of mitahara, yogic diet, is mentioned over here. So for an yogi, the first way of getting food from the nature is through our dahara. Also, we do it via breathing. So we should be eating it with a sense of love and with the offer given to the God. So these things have been mentioned in the first chapter. We'll deal about sadhaka tattva and the badhaka tattva also, as well as the 10 yamas and 10 niyamas in detail. So more or less, now we are going to compare Hatha Yoga with personality development here. How can we develop? So the initial thing is why we learn yoga, right? So basically, most of them have come to yoga because we might have had a failure. Everyone, the success and failure for common for everyone. It is like the day and night. So we don't get dejected after our failure. We don't stop there. Okay, I failed. From today, I will not do anything. No. Again, you will come back. You'll rise up. At that time, you learn yoga. So everybody, like I'm seeing around 77 participants on Sunday morning, right? Everybody will be busy in their own schedules, but still you want to learn something. You want to gain some knowledge. So you have been here the morning. Despite of being Sunday morning, you can be at your leisure. You can do whatever you want, but you want some knowledge. So you have come to attend this session. This is what mentioned in Bhagavad Gita about the knowledge. Brahuna Janma na mandate jnanavan ma pragyātate. It means at the end of many births, the man will have accumulated so much of knowledge, and one who has the highest knowledge will reach me. This is what been mentioned in Bhagavad Gita 7.19 by Krishna. So we are looking for knowledge here and there, but we have to look into the right knowledge. Right? So these classical texts will help us to gain more knowledge, to help us to understand correctly about things, the scriptures which has been mentioned. Okay? So these acts as a guide to us. Then we have the second chapter called the pranayama. You know what is pranayama? We look into it also. It deals with the 8 techniques, and it also deals with the Shatkriyas. Then we have the mudras and bandhas as the third chapter. Third chapter, you can also say third anga. And it also deals with Kundalini practices. Then we have the fourth anga or the fourth chapter, various stages of Nadana Sandhana. We'll not be looking into it much. We have the Parichaya Avastha, Nishpati Avastha, the different avasthas we'll be talking about. Swami Svatmarama has mentioned, and the description of Samadhi, relationship between the prana and mind. This is very important. The relationship between the prana and mind. So what is the relationship between the prana and mind? Prana you can compare before breathing. Obviously, you will obviously know that when you are tired, when you are sick, obviously you will not be breathing properly. So what happens at the time? Your mind is being disturbed. So even if you are physically imbalanced, your mind gets automatically disturbed. What about the other way? Your mind gets disturbed. Suddenly, some teacher or there is a fight between your family. Your mind gets disturbed. After some time, what happens? You will be physically, you'll have some challenges or diseases. Your head will start paining. You will have indigestion. Your stomach will pain, or you will feel feverish. You will feel tired. So this is a connection between the mind and the prana. So we have to balance. In Upanishads, Yoga Tattva Upanishads, it has been clearly mentioned, if you take care of one thing, either the prana or that is the breath or the mind separately. If you focus on one, the other thing will automatically get corrected. It is mentioned in Yoga Tattva Upanishads. Now, more on personality development, we look into what Swami Svatmarama has told earlier how we can to be happy. Not in yoga, always, everywhere, wherever we are, in our office, in our class, in our college, wherever, in our family. Family is very important. Sometimes we become very strict to the family. We'll be laughing out with with our friends, with our office members, but sometimes we get more angry on our family because they will not tell you whatever you do. Am I right? 6 factors which will help you to promote in yoga or for a better family life or a better office life. Wherever you are, it will make you a better way. You can take it if you want to apply it for your office. You can apply the same 6. If you want to apply it in your family, you can apply the same 6, which works. Utsaha, enthusiasm. Now I'm not going to talk about yoga much. I'm talking about the family situation. Enthusiasm. Your child is 3 years old. Is again today coming and showing you, Appa, this is a car. You know very well it is a car. With the same enthusiasm, you have to motivate them. Oh wow, super, something like that. Sahas, courage. You should be little bit courage with the inner versions which you draw. Sometimes you practice yoga, you will be forecasting something. You have to face the courage. He might fall down, something like that. We should not be negatively speaking. We have to have that courage. And the idea is perseverance. No matter what happens, we should practice this regularly. Anything, like the sadhaka tattva, padaka tattva, we look into yamas and niyamas. Anything you follow, any good activity you follow that regularly. Getting early in the morning or listening to satsangs, anything. For example, satsang. This is almost a satsang where we talk about something related to yoga. You make sure that 9 to 10, I'm going to attend every week Shiva Darshan seminars. So not this one, sir. The next slide. The next page. So you can think positively, or I should be logging into the office 9 o'clock sharply. I should log out of the office 6 o'clock sharply. I'm one of the workaholic. I work for a longer time, even in the mornings, even the late nights I work. So something like that. Not this one, sir. Previous one, please. Sadhaka tattva. Thank you, sir. So Tattvanjana, it's a discriminative knowledge. We have been talking about so much of knowledge. What is that? Vidya. But most of them have avidya. Everyone will think this is correct. But at the end, we'll know it is not correct. So discriminative knowledge is what knowledge? It is a knowledge which has been proven already and it is there. And nishchaya, determination. Determination to carry it in all circumstances. Whether you have a seminar, you have to cook, right? Like our women, yoginis are very good. Even if they go out to the class, they will cook for their family and they do that. They have the determination. Even 9 o'clock, some people here would be cooking, but still they are listening to it. It's a determination. They cannot avoid the food. They should need to prepare the food for their family. But still, yet they are determined to listen to the class. And Janasanga Parityaga. Swami Svatmarama talks so much about Janasanga. He talks in both ways. This aloofness from company. Person, it can just take it as a person who are demotivating you. Or you have a company. Now you are in the yogic background. Person who always talks about film, movies, and other things always, and they say, okay, this is takes you away. I mean, you know the sutra, Patanjali Yoga Sutra. Chitta Vritti Nirodha is yoga definition. Tada Drashtu Swarupe Avasthanam. Vritti Sarupyam Itaratra. We should not be following their vrittis. At other times, what will happen? We'll be with the people, with the company, and we'll be roaming with them with their vrittis, their thought patterns. We should not do that. He does not say that we should not think other people as inferior. Those who are not practicing yoga are inferior. I will not talk. No. It is a self-imposing thought. You can roam, you can talk to people, but there should be a limit. This will be covered in the next Badhaka Tattva. Next slide. Badhaka Tattva. So he covers what will happen if you do if you don't practice the sadhaka tattva, again the badaka tattva is here. Badaka means failure. What will happen? How will you fail? Atyahara, overeating, some people do. Whenever we like something, we do. Most of them will do, like a food. So we have to eat mitahara, diet. It has been mentioned 2/3 of the stomach should be full with the food, and the food has to be with ghee, prepared with ghee, lubricant, and it should be offered to God and it should be taken. This is what mentioned in Hatha Yoga Pradipika. And Gyananda Samhita has mentioned 1/3 can be with the water. Remaining 1/3 should be empty so that it helps in your digestion. Prayascha, exertion. We overdo something. Your limit is probably you can only handle 2 classes per day, but you accept for 3 or more classes per day. You're over exerting any task. Probably you can just cook for only 10 people, but 50 people are coming. You over exert, you become tired. Next day, you fall asleep and you tired and become deceased. Exertion should not be there. Probably you should order it from the hotel, think of other means, probably divide the work and do it. That is what prayascha means. I'm always talking about food because we all love food. We are daily taking food, so I'm talking about it. So prajalpa bahubhashana, this is talkativeness. Some people keep on talking. Now, during this time, Swami Svatmarama wrote it on the 15th century. If Swami Svatmarama had written right now, he would have written using WhatsApp. Limit in WhatsApp. People are so much into social media. They have their phone always. They put status. They talk on WhatsApp for a long time. They see messages. They see status. I don't know why people put status. Honestly, till now, I don't know. And why other people look into the status. The status is one thing which is in WhatsApp. If you are not available, some person is trying to reach you out. At the time, they look into your status and they'll find it out. You should put that I'm not available and so occupied. That is what the status is there in the WhatsApp. This is how most of the people in USA use it. But what our people do, they will make one somewhat name called biryani. They will put that biryani in the status. And 100 people will comment, wow, good. Can I come to your house? What is this? We talked about Janasangha Parityaga, and what is this we are doing? We are always into the WhatsApp. So exceeding the limit in WhatsApp is good. WhatsApp has to be used as a messaging device. You have anything important, put it into WhatsApp. You have hundreds of groups, don't forward it. Don't put status or something like that. It is my kind request. Just think about it. I'm not saying don't do. Again, rules, it can be broken, it can be bent. Same way, you have to be in a moderate path, as Swami Svatmarama says. Again, next we are coming to new rules, niyama graha, adhering to rules. Some rules which is very strict. Wake up at 4 o'clock. How will you be able to wake up 4 o'clock and take bath in cold water during winter? It's not possible, right? So at that time, you should be little bit lenient. Probably you can wake up at 5 o'clock with the warm water, you can take bath. So some things can be changed based on your condition. Janasangha, he has mentioned again, he has mentioned in the Sadhaka Tattva, he has mentioned in the Badaka Tattva. He's telling like what has been told. Arousing feelings like lust, anger, love, hate, misery with the company of other people. We also tend to change, right? If you play with the kid for 2 hours, then we'll also become a kid. That is very good actually. We'll be jumping like them here and there. Yes or no? But what happens if you talk 2 hours with a person who is very sad, who's very depressed, he's keeping on complaining. He's complaining about his father, he's complaining about his mother, he's complaining about his wife, he's complaining about his teacher, he's complaining about his life. Then he will also start complaining. So that is what Patanjali again says, Maitre Karno Mudito Upekshana Sukha Dukkha Punya Apunya Vishayanam Bhavanata Chitta Prasadanam. Patanjali divides the people into 4 categories and how you have to behave with them. The people who are happy, you can be friendly with them. And people who are not happy, who are like this thing, you can just avoid them. Not avoiding the completely sense, okay, I will not talk to you. Okay, you have so many problems, don't worry, everything will get rectified. Okay, I'm leaving, I have a meeting, I'm leaving. Okay, ma, take care. You can do like that. And most of the time, the people who have knowledge, we don't mingle with them. We have our own ego, we think we have more knowledge. We have to have good relationship between them. We have to learn from them. So Lavliya, the next one, the sixth one, the Lavliya is fickle-mindedness. Our mind is like a monkey mind, or whatever the mind you call. I'm talking right now. How many people are peeping inside the kitchen and looking what is getting ready, what is not getting ready? How much time is left out? I'm still hungry. How much time Kaushik is going to talk? I'm so hungry. Something you will think, what is my kid doing? What is my family doing? In between, you would have taken the phone at least 3 times to check your WhatsApp. Am I right or wrong? Whether did you receive any message? Just rise up. If I would have right, just rise up in between this corners. This thing, rise up. At least 2 times, 3 times you would have opened your phone checking for WhatsApp messages. Right? Our mind is like that. These things we can avoid. Okay. See, I'm not dictating things. I'm just telling you, suggesting you a few things. Not me, Swami Svatkarama. At that time, phone was not there, right? So we can just modify this exceeding the limit in speech, which is Prajalpa Bahubhashana. So exceeding the limit in speech, comma WhatsApp, comma phone, etc., we can add. Okay. Next slide. So now we are looking into the Sadhaka Tattva and Badhaka Tattva is over. So we can just read out the sutra. It is so soothing if you know the sutra. Utsaha sahasa dhairyam yatva tattvanjanascha nischayat janasanga parityaga prasiddhayati. This is Sadhaka Tattva. And Badhaka Tattva is Adyahara prayascha prajalpo niyamagraha janasanga cha laulyam cha shadbiryogo vinashati. Shadbiryogo means shad means 6. If you follow this, it will lead to vinashati. Vinashati means destruction. Okay. Anga means 4 anga. The yoga with 4 limbs is called Hatha Yoga Pradipika. Hatha Yoga is a form of yoga. We have many forms like the Raja Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Karma Yoga. Hatha Yoga is one form. It is coming from the Tantra. Like Tantric Yoga, it comes through the Tantric Yoga. Here, Swami Svatmarama has written a book on Hatha Yoga, which is called Hatha Yoga Pradipika. It has 4 angas. We looked into the 4 angas earlier. So it is called Chatur Anga Yoga. Patanjali has 8 angas. We call it as Ashta Anga Yoga. And there is one more book, very famous, popular book, Geyaranda Samhita of Hatha Yoga. Okay, that has also 7 chapters. So we call that book as Sapta Anga Yoga. And the 4 angas are asana, which we looked into it, asana, pranayama, mudra, and nadhanusandhana. Okay. Hope I have explained your distinct question. If yes, please put yes. We'll move on to the next slide. We'll just look into the Yama and Niyama. Okay. Yama, there is 10, and Niyama, there is 10. This is like how to behave with the society and self-restraint. Both talks about the Yama and Niyama. So previous slide. Yes. So Ahimsa, we have 10. Ahimsa is non-injury. I'll just move it fast. If you need more explanation, can chat it. I just wanted to complete this. Ahimsa is non-injury, not harming others. How will you not harming? By beating, through words, through actions, through deeds. Even if you think bad about me, it might hurt me in the future. So that is called Ahimsa. You understand? So ahimsa is not like a person beating another person. No, even verbal abuse is ahimsa. Satya, truthfulness. You have to be truthful always. And remember one thing, there is a small tweak here in Satya. I'll tell you about when I complete the Asteya. Asteya is not stealing. Okay, you should never steal. Steal in the sense, steal ideas. Now people are stealing ideas. See, I have personally seen people are stealing ideas. They steal the book materials, they steal their thoughts, they'll put it their name, they'll change something. This is what happening currently. So we should not do that. So now when we are looking to Ahimsa, Satya, Asteya. Now the first three, right? First three out of the first three, Ahimsa, A is there, Asteya, A is there. Ahimsa, A is there in front of it. Ahimsa means these two, A is there in the front, means you should definitely follow whatever happens. What about Satya? Sometimes you might tell little lies. For example, I'm a doctor. I know my patient is going to die within 10 days. Will I call my patient directly and tell her, you're going to die in 10 days, okay? Please arrange for your funeral, I'll definitely come. Will I say that? Will I say that? No. Obviously say you are perfectly okay, you take this tablet, you'll be fine. Okay, I'll call his relatives and I'll explain them. So this is Satya only. Don't consider this as not truth. So some things can be tweaked for the benefit of others. You understand? So brahmacharya means celibacy and other things, so much you would have read. Shama, patience. You have to be patient. The one thing which I have to learn, I never been patient. So I have to be patient. It will come. So don't practice 1 day yoga, 1 month yoga, and you don't look for samadhi. Okay? It has to come gradually. Depends upon our karmas. And Dhriti is steadfast. You stay rock solid. Okay, I know for sure. I will attain moksha soon. Or this will happen soon. Okay, right now it seems it is not coming to my way, but definitely it will come whatever I have expected because I done good. Be steadfast. Daya is compassion. Human behavior, everyone are compassionate. Suddenly you see an accident in the road, suddenly your mind will say, okay, go immediately and lift up the people or take him. Take care of it. After once again, it will say, no, don't do that. Then police case will be there. You will be called to the police station. You need to go to the hospital. You have to take your kid to the school. Go home. Am I correct or wrong? But the first fraction of second, human being are born with daya. The first fraction of second, it will say to help. But the next, we'll think about our own personal problems. Okay, we have to take my kid exam. Sure, today is final exam. She has prepared. But if I take that guy to the hospital, my kid exam will be missed. Am I right or wrong? Kindly rise up. I just wanted to see the participants. That's it. How long am I telling my comments? Is it reachable to you? Can say like, yeah. Thank you all. So we are born generous actually, but we don't act. These are our inbuilt qualities. We try to modify ourselves. All these things are our inbuilt qualities, but we change our quality to the circumstance, to the society, wherever we live. These are all our inbuilt traits. We have all these things. So you don't want to work hard for it. Let it be there. You don't control it. Okay. Let it come on its own. Arjava is honesty. Again, be honest. It's a little down. We have the Arjava. And we have Mitahara, which we have already talked about. Mitahara is moderation in diet. And the Shaucha. Shaucha is purity. Pure in the sense, not taking bath regularly. Okay? Your mind should be also pure. Your mind should be pure in the sense, you should not talk ill about other people. You should not be blaming other people. So how does the mistake happen? When you do something which you are expecting and you think it does not come as if you're expected. That time mistakes happen or you get angry. So first correct yourself. That is Shaucha. Shaucha does not refer to daily taking bath, daily ironing your ironing your clothes, shoes. That is not Shaucha. That is also Shaucha. Another way is like our mind, our thoughts should be pure. This is very important. Patanjali has spoken many things about Shaucha. If you practice this Shaucha, you have so much of benefits of it. The next slide, sir. Now we'll talk about the Niyama. 3 is being modest, shame for this deed. Everybody, someday, or we might have done something wrong. You should be accepting it and make sure that you don't do it again. Rather, people will say, no, this is the correct way. They will not accept their mistakes. Now, small mistakes also, if you try to correct, many people will not accept their mistake. They'll say that is correct. So we should be in a position to accept our mistakes. So the one thing is, we talk about many people. Okay, this guy is like that, this guy is like that. I know exactly what that guy will do. But we never know what we will do. We have our own drawbacks. We have own drawbacks. We will not look into it. But we will be complaining about other people. So first thing, you just introspect. What are the good you have? What are the negative you have? Unless until you know that you are a selfish person, you are an egoistic person, you will not be able to rectify any day. You will think yourself as a perfect person in the world. Many people think like that. I have seen my friend who has said to me, he has never done a mistake in the world. I believe even God has done a mistake. That's what we are all born. But, okay. He says like that. I was like thinking, wow. So we have to understand ourselves fully, rather than pinpointing others' mistake. That we do easy. So these 10 principles, Sadhaka Tattva, Badhaka Tattva, if you follow, it will make you mind happy. If your mind is happy, your breathing is in control, everything will be in. Okay, you got me? What I'm trying to explain. I'm not going in depth in asanas. I'm not going in depth in pranayamas. I'm just telling you how you can physically, you can mentally benefit with these things which has been given in the 15th century. Again, it is not given in the 15th century. He himself says that even Adi Guru, that is the Shiva, knows from the beginning. So it has come from the earlier civilization itself. Okay. Then we talk about Santosha. Always be happy with whatever you have. You have a bike, you be happy. You have a cycle, you be happy. Don't think that, okay, he has a car. No comparison, nothing. Whatever you have, you should be happy with it. Dana is giving whatever you have. At least you have 10 rupees, give 1 rupee to someone, you will be happy. Okay. And astikya is faith. You should be believing in your Guru. You should be believing in Swami Srittarama who had said this. You don't believe in me. You just believe in him. Read the book fully. The book is available in the ashram. Okay. Read it fully. Understand it for yourself. Without belief, nothing will happen. Ishvara Pujana, worship of the God. It is very important. Siddhanta Shravana, scriptural listening. What we are listening right now, we are listening about something important to God or something like that. Siddhanta Shravana. Mati is cognition. Vrata is vow. Okay, from today, okay, I'm going to practice Hatha Yoga, I'm going to practice Raja Yoga, whatever you like, you practice. From today at least. We'll make a vow here. Then Japa, meditation. Japa is chanting of mantra. Swami Satyananda Ji has always told, Kirtan will help you to make your mind calm. Then we have the tapas, which is the austerity. So, like without practicing all these 9, you cannot do tapas. Okay, if you are happy, only you will be able to do. If your society, your neighbor is happy, only you will be able to do. If you always fight with your neighbor, when you are doing meditation, what he will do? He will knock your door. Why did you put the dustbin here? Your society, you have to be calm as well. So much of things to cover, but I will stop by here. He talks about more about asanas, more about bandhas, more about pranayamas. But the main topic which I wanted to cover is the sadhaka tattva, badhaka tattva.